All right, so any further reflections on the San Antonio game?
Yeah, I think it's important to call attention to the fact that it was mismanaged. There was a foul that led to their first goal. Their second yellow didn't come in the 25th minute for a player that should have been dismissed from the game. And we're a team that can get out in transition, so if referees continue to allow us to get fouled out of games, it's going to make our season really, really difficult. And it's just that they're two black and white situations. So that was disappointing. That said, we have to take accountability for what we were in that game, which was incredibly flat. Didn't have our normal pop from the first half, weren't able to get access to the ball high enough up the field, and left ourselves exposed behind the ball because we weren't able to stay compact enough.
I felt like the first goal kind of took a little bit of an additional wind out of the sails too, especially against a team like San Antonio that does want to kind of slow the game down a little bit.
Yeah, and that's why I was so heated after the game. In the 5th minute, there's a foul, and we never regained possession. We're traveling backwards with the ball, lose possession on the foul, and it's not given. That changes the entire complexion of the game, and we need the referees to focus on those game-changing decisions. Again, that said, we didn't come out of the gates with the normal pop, and San Antonio's all about, playing big into those two strikers who hold the ball well. They have a very dynamic 10. To their credit, they were way better than us on the day, and we still probably deserved the draw. I made a point of wanting to call attention to the referees' recognition of how we play and how Michi's dealt with in the league. It's important. It's going to impact us for the next 30 games.
Yeah, Michi, speaking of, had a great assist. It was a great ball.
That was the one time he wasn't fouled in transition in the first half.
And great for Marcus to get off the mark there with a goal as well. He's been a big contributor, has an assist already, but the goal important for him too.
Yeah, Marcus is playing great. Becky's playing fantastic. We need probably some shakeup in other spots. We need a little more pop than we showed up to that game with. We didn't execute tactically. We need to simplify it this week, get back to basics, and make sure we push from the beginning.
Looking ahead then to Louisville, a couple of challenging road games coming up.
Yeah,
Louisville and Charleston, conference finalists, Eastern Conference finalists last year. Louisville up first. They're sort of perennial conference finalists in the Eastern Conference. How are you approaching that game?
Yeah, they're like 8 or 9 in a row, right? Something amazing like that. Yeah, and they keep the ball well, so they're a totally different test than San Antonio. They're a team that'll present us with overloads, that'll present us with a little bit more wing play, more intricate wing play. So getting back to basics and being able to keep them outside our shape becomes really important. We can't let their midfield dictate. They have experienced players all over the field and a good mix of young players, and I don't think there's a better forward in the league right now than Wilson.
Yeah, he's got 7, 8 goals, something like that, all competitions. They've obviously been scoring a lot. They had 5 against Birmingham, They had 5 against Indianapolis. They're really pouring on. How do you
three in the other home game?
Yeah, how do you look to hold up against them defensively on the road?
Yeah, I think you have to put people off balance. If we don't put them off balance and the game is comfortable for them, they'll roll us pretty easily. I think it's about making them uncomfortable, about being willing to be in individual duels all over the field and being up for the challenge of winning those duels. But we have the players that can do that.
Last time out, Marlon Hairston was on the bench. I know he's had some injuries early in the season. Does he look like he's healthy to go? Or also other guys who've had injuries too. I know Beverly, we're waiting on some news.
Yeah, we'll be getting Bev back. We'll be getting Marlin back. We're looking to get Jordan back very soon. These are key pieces in the season-long push and Renan. So we do have to be patient. But we also, the group needs a change. I told the group that after the game. We can never be that flat. It's unacceptable to lose at home in that fashion. And it's not something I intend to see again.
And then after Louisville, you guys turn around in a week to go to Charleston. Charleston had an incredible turnaround last year under Ben Furman. A lot of fans I know are thinking about that as a model here too. Obviously, you had a great turnaround in Colorado Springs your first season there. How are you feeling about both that game and kind of replicating that?
Yeah, Ben and Danny are friends of mine, like guys that I talk to all the time and in the off season, and I hope it goes as well as it went for them.
All right, Marlon. You've had a couple of injuries early in the season here. Are you feeling fit? You're looking ready to get out there. You were on the bench last week.
Yeah, the last few weeks have been a good step in the right direction for me. Just being back with the group and being comfortable to be back doing certain training sessions that we've had, and then I'm progressing in the right direction. So I'm itching closer to being back on the field, and I'm being positive about it.
Yeah, you have a lot of experience, a number of years in MLS. Now you had a brief stint in the USL with Charlotte a little while ago. How does that experience help you and help the team looking over this long season ahead of you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a long season. We started the season well, had a few hiccups here late, but, we're looking to bounce back, and what better test to go into a good environment like Louisville against a good team and good fan base, and, I think the guys know what we need to do better for this game moving forward, and, we're going to look to try to right our wrongs.
Brendan was talking about getting those, kind of making them uncomfortable, getting those opportunities early in the game. How do you value that? How do you go about executing that?
Right. We're not changing much that we've done, things that we worked on since preseason. The same ideas, the same tactics that we've used, since then. Nothing's changed. We want to continue to try to bring energy, try to be on the front foot, and try to press them and make them uncomfortable. And when we have the ball, I think we can continue to get better in that sense, and try to use the ball more, and I think that'll help us from defending in spells where we can be able to calm the game down and breathe a little bit. But we look to go there and give them a good test, and I think it'll be a fun game.
You mentioned kind of being able to calm the game down a little bit. Some of those transitional opportunities, particularly in the second half, have been a little bit of a sore spot so far.
Right.
How do you look to tighten that up a little bit, and kind of, especially with players like Wilson Harris and some other other players who are really dangerous?
Yeah, we've seen what these guys are capable of doing. They're scoring goals and numbers right now in the last few games. So we got to go there and make it tough. Definitely can't go there and back down. We got to try to be aggressive against them and let them know that it's not going to be an easy game for them. And on our side, we got to get back to trying to keep clean sheets again. I think we started the season off doing the right thing and being defensively sound and sticking together. And as of late, we're conceding a bit too many goals for our liking. And once we can clean that up a bit and try to get goals on the other end, then I think this group will start flying again.
Joe, getting your first competitiveness as the club last week in the Cup, and then at the weekend, how's that feel?
Yeah, it feels great. I've worked, really hard all off season and preseason. It feels good to get on the pitch. Obviously not the results we wanted, but we'll keep working and go from there.
Kind of individually, how do you feel about your performances there in those kind of first minutes, making an impression with fans? With the club?
For sure. Some things I was happy with, some things I need to work on, but really just focused on the team results and anything I can do to help get results. That's what I'm pushing for.
You spent the last 2 seasons with Charleston. 2022 was a rough season for them. 2023, obviously a great season, going to the championship game. Hartford kind of in a similar position with a rough 2023 season, looking to make that turnaround. How does your experience there in Charleston kind of help you visualize what's happening here, or what you want to happen?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I think I know what it takes to help turn a team around, and I try and bring that every day to training and the locker room in any way I can to push the guys and put everyone in a position where we can do a similar thing here, because it's totally possible.
Are you looking forward to going down to Charleston?
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait. Sweet. Thank you.
Thanks, man.